Welcome to Castles to Cauldrons, where every journey starts with a little bit of magic.
Well, welcome to episode 44 of Castles to Cauldrons. I'm your host, Jason Davis. I'm here with Micah and Terry. Rachel is currently on the way home from the Destiny, so she will be back with us next week. We have with us also joining is Daphne. She's one of the newer agents with Magical Travel. Daphne, welcome to Castles to Cauldrons.
Welcome, Daphne.
Hi, Daphne.
Can you
Hi,
tell us a
thank
little
you.
bit about yourself?
I live in North Carolina. I have a 7-year-old daughter, 2 dogs. I love Disney, of course. That's one of the reasons why I got into the travel agency field. I've loved Disney ever since I was a kid, even though I didn't actually get to experience the park until I was older. But definitely once I got into the park for the first time, 1,000% obsessed. For sure. 100% a Disney adult, I'll admit it. But
I think that's all of us. Like, no matter if you've
Mhm.
experienced the parks at a young age, and then you had a huge gap and started taking your kids or something like that. You know, I got the bug in 2011 was our first adult trip, and then we've been every year since then, at least once. There's been years where we went 10, 15 times. So,
I've never been 10 or 15 times in a
No.
year. I would love that, but
well, I mean, we just
It's a lot of
threw
flights.
everything.
Well,
in the
he can
car
drive.
and it
Yeah,
was
I mean, I was the
weekend
same
trips.
way. I didn't get till I was an adult, so don't feel bad.
Mm-hmm.
It's not bad. It's not horrible.
Well, I
I
just
like
barely made it before the 2020 COVID shutdown. Like literally, we went on our first trip, and then 2 weeks after we got home, the park shut down for those 3 months, I think it was.
Mm-hmm.
I was
So-
there the day before it shut down.
My goodness.
The whole week before, we were
Wow.
like, what is this COVID people keep talking about? This is stupid. There's 100,000 people around me. There's no global pandemic. And then my friend showed up. We flew out on a Saturday, and she came down that Saturday night to start her trip on Sunday. And they got to go to Animal Kingdom on that Sunday, because after that, everything was closed.
Wow.
And that was their planned day, was to start Sunday at Animal Kingdom.
We
And
were
she's like,
supposed
well,
to start our Disneyland trip, and we got
Mhm.
notifications of COVID, and they shut down the parks and the resort. And they were like, "Well, we'll just go to Grand Floridian." I found a night for $200 or something like that.
that's
We don't have to go in the
crazy.
park. We'll just go to Grand Floridian and stay and swim and whatnot. Then they closed Walt
Mhm.
Disney World
Mhm.
resorts after that. But we went to the beach. And then they closed the beach.
Well, they were closing everything.
Yeah, it was a nightmare.
Yeah, let's not go back to this time.
No,
Let's
no,
go to
thank you.
part of it where you had distance between each other in lines, so you don't have to smell the person that's been in the sun all day that didn't take a shower. But
Mhm.
we can keep everything else the same.
Yeah, let's not wear a mask because we were there the summer after everything, so 21, and the feels like temperature was like 120, and they were still making us wear masks in
Yes.
line, even in the outdoor lines. And I was like, this is not fun.
Yeah, 2021
Mhm.
was that time where it was like you would go 1 week and it would be like, okay, only mask outside.
Yeah.
But when you go in, or only inside, sorry. And then when you were outside, you could take the mask off. And then you go
Mhm.
2 weeks later and it's like mask everywhere. We don't want to.
Yeah.
Yep.
Mhm.
Yeah, because I think it literally changed right before we went, where people were not having to mask outside, and then there was an uptick in COVID. So then they're like, "Oh, nope, everyone's got a mask again," and it was terrible because we went at the end of July for my birthday.
Ugh.
We went
Oh.
for the 50th anniversary and it was everybody wearing masks on the inside, but not the outside. And I'm like, we're all still crammed in this park. It doesn't matter
It
if you're
doesn't
inside or
matter.
outside.
This little cloth
Yeah.
thing.
Mhm.
We went March 22. You had to wear them in the transportation, like bus and sky. If there was anyone in your Skyliner that wasn't your family, because I had to keep these stupid masks just for buses. And I was like, this is
Mhm.
great with 2 kids that don't like masks.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
So
I
I
got
just
in
kept
trouble at
disposable
Universal.
ones.
We were
You
on
what?
the boat. I got in trouble at Universal because we were on the boat. It was 2020. And they were like, as long as you're drinking or eating, you can keep your mask off. Well, I was drinking a Monster on the boat. And then as I was getting off the boat, the driver was like, you are so inconsiderate. You should have kept your mask on the entire time. I'm like, I was drinking my Monster.
Mm-hmm.
It's thoughts are thoughts, and that's your opinion. So
Yep.
Mhm.
I don't want to go back to that.
no,
I
I just don't want to go back to
No.
like the inconveniences, obviously, but then like he said, the people against people, like the maskers against the not maskers, and just thinking the other person's the enemy, and it's like,
Mhm.
But we can have the people versus people thing, just the Disney versus Universal. Let's
Okay.
not do the whole political.
yeah, let's not hate
No.
people just because
Yeah.
they have a different idea
Mhm.
than we do.
Yeah.
That's a little ridiculous.
Like eggnog is the best, and HHN is the best.
Eggnog
There we go.
sucks, and the Very Merry Christmas Party is so much better than HHN.
Or at least the Mickey's not So
Then that-
scary.
yes. Any
Yeah.
party at Disney World is better than Nature
And
Chill.
apple cider over eggnog.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Chocolate.
I like apple cider too. But Jason, I put eggnog in my cup just for you because I
I
watched
thought about
that.
it. I have a
I
Coke,
watched that
nice,
video.
but
Bleh.
I love my eggnog.
Have fun drinking your snot.
I'll take you chicken.
Your egg milk.
Ugh, I've got my water. I'm boring.
We are glad you're here with us tonight. So first things first, let's talk about some tickets that just came on sale. We got our Veterans Day announcement of military rates for both Universal and Disney. Universal pretty much stays the same for their tickets, where you buy the tickets on base and it's 100% like an annual pass without the discounts and all that stuff. And there's a few blackout dates. Disney has introduced the same style ticket on top of their other offerings. I don't have pricing for Universal in front of me. I didn't pull that up. I'm sorry. But for Disney, theirs is $500 for a park hopper option, and then $530 for the park hopper plus, which would be the water parks. And that's any visit through December 18th of 2026. And then they have a 6-day, a 5-day, a 4-day. Those you have to get on base. Like I said before, you can talk to us about them. We can give you information about them, but you have to go on base. And there are stipulations. You have to be like retired military. You have to be, what is it?
It's like active duty.
Active duty. And I think it's medical. I think it's one of them.
Possibly. I sent it to my cousin who her husband's in the military, and they really like Disney. Like, hey, this is a really good deal that they came out with for next year.
And their hotel rates for military is actually really good too, because you get it's like 40% off rooms, up to 40% off rooms. And then Memory Maker is $98. It's important to note that for those tickets, my father-in-law is a veteran. He's retired military. So if we go to Disney next year with them, we're going to get them to buy us that ticket for the park hopper, where we can go all year and have an annual pass.
Mm-hmm.
But
So you
they
don't have to show
be
your
there
military ID when
the
you
first day.
scan
So
in with it.
The first use, they have to be there.
Okay.
Yeah, with military, they're allowed a certain number for their family. So
Oh,
they can
that's
have it for
good.
themselves, and then it's, I don't know if this is right, but like 5 additional family
is.
members.
It's
Okay. Oh, okay.
total tickets.
6 total tickets. Okay. Yeah, so it is very so it's supposed to be so they can take their family. It's different than like Florida resident where everyone has to show the
Yeah.
military ID, but with the military it's just the person purchasing the tickets has to be the military person, and then they show the ID and then everybody gets their stuff.
That's really cool. I didn't realize it was like that. I thought it was like everything else where the person, like even if you took your family, like the dad was in the military, then he had to show his ID for the whole family to get in using their special annual pass. I didn't realize you could go without them.
Yeah,
It's
once you have
after
it.
the first time using it.
I like that. That's very nice.
That's
And
why I sent it to
Universal
my
is the same way.
cousin so that they could look at getting it
That
for
is a
their
really good
family.
deal.
So think about that, everybody out there military wise. So don't pass that up. Those tickets for the 4 or 5 day tickets, like if you're getting a 6-day tickets, it's $449 for a park hopper. So go ahead and pay that $50 more, and you can go whenever you want to.
Isn't it the equivalent to what like the Florida residents pay for the Pixie Pass?
I think so.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, Universal and Disney, those are good through December 18th, 19th of next year, depending on which park you go to.
Yeah, they just
It's-
block it off for Christmas, right?
Yeah, and Universal has like a couple of blackout dates, and it's also good to note that Universal's does not include Epic Universe. So you do get a discount on Epic Universe, you just don't get Epic included. But that can be bought through the app. The other big news coming out of Disney is the luggage arrivals for Southwest. So they were testing out I guess when we were there in September, maybe a few months before that,
Yeah, it's been going on for a little while.
where you could drop your luggage off at Bell Services and they would get it to the airport. But now they've brought back they'll bring the luggage to your room. So this is only for All-Star Resorts, the Art of Animation, Pop Century, and it's only for Southwest right now. I don't fly, so this does nothing for me. But
This is incredible.
I would use it
Yeah.
in a heartbeat. And I also don't fly Southwest.
I'll say Southwest is hard to fly out of RDU
Yeah.
to Orlando, but my sister has a couple of times, I think. We normally do Delta, but if you remember pre-COVID, they had this for all the resorts, and it's awesome. So if this is like the beta testing and they run it and they open it up to all resorts again, I mean, it was so nice to get off your plane, Just get on the Magical Express. You didn't have to get your bags off the carousel. They got to your room. When they got to your room, we would just go straight to the park usually. So our bags would be in our rooms when we got back to the resort. And then the night before we left, we would pack them up, take them to Bell Services, and you didn't have to go to the airport early to check bags and do all that stuff. You walked right to TSA and you just went through that. And so it's just a great time saver. If you want to go walk around Disney Springs or anything else in Orlando before your flight leaves, you don't have to drag your luggage with you. So I think this is, and I think it's great they're doing it for value resorts because a lot of times we see deluxe resorts get all the great benefits and amenities and bonuses. So I think it's really, really cool that they're doing it for value resorts.
I agree. I was going
because-
to say the same thing. I feel like
Yeah.
Deluxe gets all of the love when it comes to those types of things. Like, at first when Premier Pass came out, only Deluxe resort guests could get it. And now with this, they're like, okay, we're going to focus on the, value resorts for those people. Maybe because these are the people that spend more time in the parks than the people at the Deluxe resort. So they're going to benefit more from having this service. Because if you're, you pay that price tag for Deluxe, I feel like you want to be in that resort more. Like you want to be around and experience
sure.
everything that they have to offer. So this is fantastic. I mean, most of us besides Jason are the ones we like fly in. So having that service, I hope in the future they do expand it to other airlines to make it easier for everybody.
Would 100% love it if they brought it to Disneyland. Because they,
That'd be
they got
cool,
rid of
too.
their whole transportation system out there where they pick you up and take you to the parks. But, that's Disneyland. That's a whole other
I couldn't imagine
story.
doing that from LAX. That's such a hike from LAX over to
beating.
Disneyland.
Oh, I did Sanaa when I went in there. Not Sanaa. SNA. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've always called it Sanaa, though, for some reason. I guess because it's SNA.
I was going to say, is it SNA?
I know. I feel like if I flew back out there, I would pay extra to fly into there instead of LAX.
It's so easy.
Having done that, I flew into LAX and flew out of John Wayne. And now that I know the lay of the land, I would do that.
But you did Universal first and Disney second, right? When you did your
Yes.
Yeah, so that's the best way to do it is because you fly in, go to Universal, it's not too far from LAX, and then take the trip down to Disneyland.
Yeah, but
and
I
then
reversed them. I went to Disneyland first. So I was actually the furthest away from each airport.
Yeah.
At each not great planning on my part as someone
No.
who's not.
To
This
get a
is
good
why you
travel
need
agent.
this is why you need a travel consultant
Yeah.
because they've made the mistakes, so you don't make them.
Also, you're looking at the best deal on flights. Like if
I
my
think
flight
that's
into LAX is going to be $500 cheaper than flying into John Wayne, I'm probably going to just sit in that 40-minute Uber.
I'm pretty sure since we booked through Amex and used Amex points, that's probably what honestly it came down to. I didn't look at geography at all. I just looked at what I could get the best bang for the buck.
Also, Burbank's a good one to fly in and out of. We
I've
just
heard
didn't
that.
Disneyland. We've done that a few times. Well, that's going to be all the news. We'll be right back after this. We're going to play a game of this or that with Daphne, and I think it's
All
going to be pretty
Disney
fun.
related.
There's no wrong answers.
There's
There
not.
are.
No, there are. There are
Well,
some
there are
wrong answers.
We won't judge you on them, but we'll be right back after this.
Okay.
Are you dreaming of your next adventure but overwhelmed by planning? Magical Travel has you covered. With over 22 years in the business, we specialize in Disney destinations, Universal Studios, cruise vacations, and all-inclusive resort getaways. Our services are 100% complimentary when you book a vacation package with one of our knowledgeable agents. Request a free quote to start the planning process at www.magicaltravel.com. Mention our podcast to be connected with one of our agents you are listening.
And we're back. Well, we're going to play this game called This or That.
Yes.
We're going to have two topics we're going to choose from. Well, it's going to be in a random order. We have a list of 19 things. We don't know if we'll get through all 19, but
Correct.
we'll discuss which one we think is the better of the two. Little guidelines, the rules. Well, let me see. The sometimes a choice wins simply because it has a better vibe. So like the energy of the boardwalk versus the tranquility of the Polynesian, whichever vibe is better, we might do that. We encourage you as listeners to kind of come up, and if you don't agree with what the win is, then just say, hey, this is what we think.
Yeah, this is what I would choose. Y'all are wrong.
Yeah,
this
no,
is what I
definitely
want.
wrong. And I guess we could have a tie since there's four of us. Some of them could
y'all can break a tiebreaker. And it's going to be, we have a mix of attractions, parties, shows, icons, resort.
I don't think we really did food because food's hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because my idea of the
we have
best food is going to
one-
be different.
Yeah, we have one thing that's food related.
That could
Right,
be its
right.
own episode. Is what food is, because people will argue about nothing else but food. I mean, that is a hot topic.
I know.
Hence eggnog.
Yeah.
We are going to go with It's a Small World versus Navi River Journey.
All right,
That's an easy
Daphne,
one.
I'm going to go
Navi.
ahead and let you jump in.
Navi.
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 Mm-hmm.
I feel torn because I do like Navi better because it's not as annoying with the song. But nostalgia wise, and it literally being one of like the original things at Walt Disney World, I think I might go with It's a Small World.
I want to know why y'all choose Navi.
It smells so good. And it's not annoying. And it's got bright lights and it's dark and tranquil and pretty.
I don't think you mean bright lights. I think you mean like the
Like
iridescent-
neon
yeah.
glowy lights.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I think it's
It is.
beautiful.
It's beautiful. It is.
And if you're lucky enough to be in Pandora at night and then you go on the Navi River journey, that's one of the prettiest. I don't know why they don't say open past dark in Animal Kingdom just for that
Well, they do
one
now,
land,
'cause It's dark at 4:00.
because
Right.
it's so
Mhm.
pretty. But it smells amazing.
All right. I guess we're going to see which direction Jason goes.
I'm actually going to go against my better judgment and go to It's a Small World, because if I have to wait in a 30-minute line for Navi, I
I'm
don't
gonna be
want a minute and a half ride.
Right.
So if I can
Mhm.
wait in a 10-minute line and ride a 5 or 6-minute attraction, even if the annoying song, I'm still sitting down for a longer period of time than I stood in line for. I feel like I got my time worth. I can put a headset on and listen to something else.
See, I thought you were going to be like the Disney purist and kind of like Micah's reasoning, being like, it's one of the OGs, so you have to stick
I'm-
with it.
That's where I was
Mhm.
going with it. But even Walt Disney World is an OG. I mean, that's
Right.
Disney. But
Now,
it's,
if they changed it to what Disneyland's is, like if they added that stuff in, I mean, like hands down, it's better.
Yeah,
But
I would say.
so yeah,
Maybe.
we're going to start this off with a tie.
Good way to start.
This is a great way to start.
yep,
Uh,
it's a tie.
but I just, for me, it was just the wait time. I don't ever think I could wait in that line for a minute and a half attraction.
Now,
I think the max I would wait for Navi River is like 10 minutes.
I don't think I've ever waited for it. I think every time we've seen it and it's not walk on, we've gone by it. You
Yeah.
know, like, or 10 minutes, like, which is pretty much walk on.
Now, if you said if you needed a lightning lane, which one are you picking? I'll pick Navi over Small
Yeah,
World.
Same.
But if
Mhm.
it's standby line, I'm going through Small World because it's usually
Mhm.
a 10-minute wait versus 40.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Next topic. This one, we have to pretend that we're more or less a CEO type thing. What are we going to bring back type idea? Are we going to keep one or are we going to bring one back? Happily Ever After or Wishes?
Wishes.
Why? You gotta be able to back this stuff up.
Wishes was the first one I saw. Like I said, I didn't go to Disney World until I was an adult. So Wishes was the first one I saw. And I don't know if it's nostalgia, but it made me, and Happily Ever After sometimes makes me cry, but Wishes always made me cry. And I don't know why. It just hits some kind of emotional nerve. I'm not even a big Frozen fan or anything like that, but I just love Wishes. And I was so upset when they got rid of it. And I like Happily Ever After. Don't get me wrong.
It's a great fireworks show, too.
But Wishes just strikes a nerve that Happily Ever After doesn't.
Daphne, have you ever seen Wishes?
No,
YouTube
I
it.
have not.
I was gonna say.
Okay.
I
It's
think we're
really
under the
good.
advantage 'cause we've seen both of them. But I forgot that Daphne just said that her first adult trip was when she was right before COVID, and they had already introduced
Yep.
Happily Ever After.
2020.
Happily
Yep.
Ever After was on the way out at that point because they're fixing bringing Chapman in.
I agree with Wishes. I love Happily Ever After. It does make me tear up. But again, there's something about Wishes that just hits a little bit different. It was really before the whole projection thing. Like, I mean, I love that part of it, but there's just something about like how big the fireworks were and the music. It's great. You do need to YouTube it and watch it, Daphne.
Watch it with
Like,
your
it's
daughter.
great.
She'll love it. It's
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
like I'm getting goosebumps now.
I
It's
will-
really good.
Obviously, you're probably going to choose Happily Ever After, aren't you? Because you haven't seen Wishes. You don't know the emotional
Yeah.
attachment.
But she
Yeah.
might have she might be completely opposite of us because I like Wishes because it's
Yeah.
the first one I saw. So when she watches Wishes on YouTube, she might be like, "This isn't great," but she'll love
have-
Happily Ever After because it's got that nostalgia. feel
Mhm.
to
I
it to
have
her.
the CD over here.
A
That's right. I
CD.
remember you saying that.
I have all my Disney CDs over here, so I even have Holiday Wishes sitting here and Spectrum
What is
Magic.
a CD, sir?
I don't know, man.
Compact disc.
I don't
Don't
know,
we
man.
all
I'm
like
older
just
than
stream
you.
stuff now?
Yeah. It's a physical media you have.
I do have it on my phone too, and I was
Just
listening.
kidding.
But I will choose Wishes as well. I love Happily Ever After, but Wishes, like, it's just Jiminy Cricket coming through and the whole choir singing Wishes. It's just something
Mhm.
about it. It's a great show. It can really shows back when fireworks told a story without showing projections.
Mhm.
Not saying Happily Ever After is not great. There's great parts of that, and the music's amazing. And being able to add to the story by showing projections is a nice
Mhm.
touch.
There's a reason they brought it back and took Enchantment away because that
Yes,
one
'cause
just didn't
Enchantment-
hit
Yeah.
right.
No.
That's
Yeah.
why we didn't put Enchantment here. Did you see Enchantment, Daphne?
I think I've seen it on YouTube. I don't remember if I've seen it in the park.
I think
just
I've seen it in
doesn't hit
person
the
and I can't
same.
remember it if that makes you feel bad. Like
Oh,
it
no.
doesn't have any. I think I saw it once and I was like,
Mhm.
So we
You know.
we sat in the hub for the 50th anniversary because that was like the premiere of Enchantment.
Mhm.
And then me and our friends, we all looked at each other and we're like, "That was absolutely crap." Compared
Yeah,
to
I
Happy
watched
Ever
a live stream like of like Disney vloggers and stuff that were at the 50th like anniversary stuff and the whole thing, and people like literally in the chat were just like, "Oh, this isn't the same. This is not hitting that emotional chord that Happily Ever After."
And I
Mhm.
think the biggest thing
hits.
with Enchantment was like you said this was the 50th anniversary show, but there
Mhm.
wasn't anything to have to do with Walt Disney World itself. It was
Right.
trying to be a movie type thing. So they eventually added an intro to Walt and stuff like that, but it was very much just here's movies, and it's like you're not celebrating the parks, which is what Disneyland Forever did out for the 60th,
Mhm.
which was a great show out there.
Mhm.
Next
Well,
one.
maybe I have seen Enchantment then, because we were there for the 50th in January 2023. So maybe I didn't. I just don't really remember.
I think they pulled it soon after the 50th anniversary ended. So like
Ended.
in April or May
Okay.
that
Yeah.
year, they pulled it and said, okay, Happily Ever After is coming back. And you can still see Enchantment. You can get an after hours ticket and you see Happily Ever After and then go see Enchantment and be completely disappointed for the rest of the night.
You'll never be disappointed.
You're still at Disney World watching fireworks.
Yeah.
I don't
Mhm.
know. I mean, you go on that
But
emotional roller
being at
coaster of
work.
Happily Ever After and then see Enchantment. You're just like, oh my God.
Or you just watch Enchantment while you're on Seven Dwarfs Mine Train because the line's short.
No,
Mhm.
because no one's watching Enchantment.
Maybe.
I mean, it's an after hours ticket, so lines are short. Speaking of short lines, our next one, park at half capacity all day or a VIP tour?
I'm gonna say VIP tour. I'm just gonna go ahead, say VIP tour.
VIP, are they doing like the 8-hour VIP? Like Rachel was explaining it, where you like don't get time to eat and things like
I
that
would
because you
say
waste your.
if you're doing all day at half park, it's gonna be an all day VIP.
Okay.
Mhm. I'm okay with snacks. Get me a snack while I'm in line. VIP tour guide.
Mhm.
Daphne, so you're going with VIP?
Yeah.
If it's August, I want half capacity because I don't want people around me.
But I
Yeah, I
mean,
guess-
but what is half capacity though? Because when we've been there before, we don't know what full capacity is going to be. Like I've
Well,
not
I'd get there
been.
at full capacity.
No,
Right,
full
so, but-
capacity is like literally shoulder to shoulder, and
And
you're
Right.
like, how
Horrible.
is anyone else coming into this park? It is tight,
Mhm.
Yeah, I've
especially
been in that-
behind the carousel where that kind of jams up. It is like being at a concert where you can't move through people. It's
Mm.
just
Yeah, Magic
I
Kingdom when
mean-
they close it down to capacity is a nightmare. And I would have to go with VIP just because knowing what full on crowds are like and then half crowds of that is still crowded. So
It can
if
be.
you're saying like on a touring plans 5 is a typical day and you're saying half capacity of that, I would choose that. But since it's just half capacity, you're talking still 40,000-50,000 people in
so
Magic
crazy
Kingdom.
though.
So
crazy.
VIP all the way. Free snacks and everything.
Yeah.
I know. So I'm like,
Mhm.
go get me a snack, please, while I'm in line for this.
This one might be a little bit more controversial. Monorail versus Skyliner.
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 Well, I'm in the minority because I like the monorail.
Did you
I
like smell
love the
pink?
sounds on the Skyliner. I love the little chime that happens when you go over the resorts, and I don't know. I
The
feel like
breeze.
the breeze.
do-
You get great views. You don't get smushed in like you do on the monorail.
It's a quiet time in the day. Like it's
Yeah.
a quiet,
But you
just
could
you s-
get smushed in the Skyliner if it's park open. Everybody's getting put into the Skyliners together. So you're sitting with people you don't know.
That's okay.
Yeah, it's still a little bit open aired
I
and
would, but they
whatnot.
still don't usually put more than 6 people in one.
I've been in there with 10 people.
Oh, see, I've never been in one with more than 6, and it was like, because I'm a family of 4, and so the most we've ever been in is with 2 other people. So
Yeah,
we're
they've
on one side and they're on the other, and so it's still plenty. Like the monorail, sometimes you're like standing, and it smells like pee. That's
But
my
here's
big
my
thing.
Disney purist coming out. The monorail is original to the parks.
Yeah.
So it's like an
Well, they
attraction.
should
and that's a
update it.
walk thing. Yeah, I do agree there. They
And
really
make
need
it
to
not smell like
update it.
pee.
Make it not smell like pee.
I don't know
That
how
is
it gets the pee
true.
smell. Can
Well,
someone
I know how
explain
to
that
not
if
make
no
it
one
smell like pee.
ever
You
urinates
go,
in it? How does it smell like pee?
you go in there at 4:00 in the afternoon, right after it's stormed, and everybody's smelly.
After Terry wiped out on the.
And I've got like a bruise down the left side of my body. I'm still in shock.
It's
We
a
were packed in that monorail.
Yes. And it
In
was
our
steamy.
hot ponchos.
We were like steam buns and they're like, they were vapor, the vapor fogs it up.
Mhm.
it was great though. Memories.
It was great. It was a good time.
Obviously, I lose that one. Skyliner.
Yeah.
Like I
Definitely
love
lost that one.
Skyliner though. There's nothing against it. I love it. It's great.
It's a whole
Especially
ride
when-
in itself. Like
Well,
Kova
it's
would be
monorail.
happy if we went to Disney
Yeah.
and didn't go into a park and he just rode the Skyliner.
We've done that before, where we just it was opening weekend of Skyliner.
But
We
there we
were
go.
at HHN, and me and Beth rode over to Disney World just to ride the Skyliner and drove back home.
Wow.
Like, actually got in the car and drove home after that.
Like you said, but the monorail has like the talking, like the keep your hands a beat, blah, blah, blah.
Mhm.
The Skyliner, what's kind of cool about it is it's like a quiet point
Mhm.
during the day. Like I said, the breeze is just going through there. You're seeing great views. And it's
Until you
it's
get
like a
stuck up there for 4 hours.
That's why they have emergency bags and stuff now and
knock
water
on
in
wood.
there.
I've never gotten
I've never got stuck in it, but Okay, let's do a ride. Tron Light Cycle versus Space Mountain.
Tron. I'm sorry.
Tron.
Space Mountain needs to be refurbished. It is terrible. It's
Having
awful.
never ridden Tron, I agree with Tron because Space Mountain and Disney World sucks. Space Mountain and Disneyland is awesome. Disney World sucks. 100%
like,
agree with Daphne.
the first time I ever rode it and the last time that I rode it was on our first Disney trip 5 years ago. And at the time, I didn't know that I have neck issues. Well, I got
Now
off
you
that
do.
ride and I felt like I had been in a car wreck. Like I legit felt like I had whiplash. And I love roller coasters. I'm like, whatever, I'll ride it, biggest, baddest, I don't care. But I was like, that ride needs to be refurbished and I will not get back on it until it is. It's too rough, too much.
Well, I'm going to go with Space Mountain for the same philosophy that I did with
The monorail?
Navi and Small World.
Mm.
I'm not going to wait in line for Tron for so
Yeah,
long, and then it's a really short ride versus Space Mountain, which yes, it is jerky, but it's a decent length ride.
No, I think
Mhm.
Tron just is so fun, though.
I will
It
say that's the
is.
number one complaint about Tron is
It's short.
so short.
It is.
And they could expand that if they wanted to.
And I
No,
think
they
I'm
have
just
to re-
looking at it in a
They're in
control.
smooth aspect, like being
Mhm.
36 and having like compressed discs in my neck. Space
Mhm.
Mountain can be a little painful. Tron is so smooth.
It is.
For now, wait until Tron's 30 years old, and it's.
I
gonna be
probably
fun.
won't be on it when it's 30 years old. I'll be like,
You'll
If
only
I'm
be
60.
68. Maybe 68,
How old will
66.
you be, Terry?
I will be 70.
You only have.
I'll still be riding.
You still have a month before I joined the 40 club with you. So
Maybe I'll be like osteoporosis and it'll slam my neck and back into shape. Like maybe it'll straighten me out.
maybe by then they'll have destroyed our Space Mountain and rebuilt it like they're doing in Tokyo. Let's go to lands. Galaxy's Edge versus Pandora. So these
That's a hard one.
it's a good. I think it's a good one because it's both of Disney's responses to what Universal was doing to Harry Potter. Galaxy's Edge, they actually got one of the guys that helped design Harry Potter over, and then you have James Cameron that helped design Pandora. So
I think
I'm
I'm
gonna
have to
choose-
go with Pandora.
Yeah.
Pandora.
I'm going to say Pandora because Animal Kingdom's my favorite park and I just think it's really pretty. And
I'm going to be
It
in the
has-
Meridian on a lot of these, aren't I?
well, you're a Star Wars fan though. Like
No, but I like Pandora too. But here's the thing: is I went to Pandora opening weekend when they didn't have all the lights in there, so you actually saw the beauty of what they were trying to do with bioluminescence. And people would walk around, and they didn't have the white lights shining down on everything. So as soon as they put those street lights in there, it kind of brought down that mood at night. And on top of it, Animal Kingdom not staying open as late as it is during the summer.
Mm-hmm.
Galaxy's Edge, you're getting almost exactly what they want you to. Now, they did promise like aliens and droids and stuff running around the park or the land, and we didn't get that. But at least you have a day and night experience that's not altered because people couldn't see.
Yeah.
Never say Galaxy's Edge is full immersive. Like when you go in there, it's you don't feel like you're in anywhere else in Hollywood Studios. Like it is, you're in
And
Star
Pandora
Wars
is too
land.
during the day, but at night it's just when you're trying to say, "Hey, it's bioluminescence," and then there's a street light right there.
But Pandora is just so unlike anything else in the park. It's like just the plants and the waterfalls, and it's like theme parks are not known for having natural features. Everything's steel or wooden or built up. But you have waterfalls, you have big trees, whether they're real or not. You still have big trees, and it's just different than anything else you get in any of the other 3 parks.
And I mean, they both have one good attraction, one bad attraction, because Smuggler's Run isn't the best, Navi River isn't the best, but Flight of Passage and rides are always going to be 2-3 hour waits. They have decent food options. There's no meet and greets in Pandora.
No.
Well, I mean,
I
you
really
had Big
wish
Guy.
Pandora didn't dead end though. And I
It
don't,
doesn't.
I know it's a
No.
logistical issue.
No, it doesn't dead end. It
doesn't,
completely
but
goes around.
Navi River. Well, I've never been past Navi River.
You don't go
Well,
over
you
to
need
Flight of
shut your
Passage?
mouth because you don't know what you're talking about right now.
Huh? What'd you say?
You need to shut your mouth because you don't know what you're talking about.
Hey, I agree with you that Star Wars is immersive. And I do like Star Wars movies better than Avatar movies. I don't really like either of them, but I like the Star Wars better than Avatar.
They're both great lands. I'm not saying either one of them's like completely better than the other. I just think that overall, if you're looking at the full experience that was promised, like you at least get a full night and day experience in Galaxy's Edge versus what was supposed to be the highlight of Pandora being bioluminescence, and you don't get anything because
I do
of
think
street lights and then them not opening the park up late enough.
the streetlights they could easily do something with, because I feel like with lighting these days, there's so many ways to make it look natural but also
Yeah.
glowing that that's you're Disney. You can do that. And I just feel like this is more showing the need of how Animal Kingdom needs to stay open.
Right.
Like people are asking for it. I don't know why they don't do it. Maybe with the new lands and everything they're putting in, they'll do it. It could have a beautiful nighttime show. I feel like I don't know if they could do fireworks and stuff because I don't know if like that interferes with the animals or that destroys.
Yeah, they can't do fireworks, but they did for a while wasn't there a show on the river where they did like Rivers of Light?
Yes. Could they do drones if they can't do
They
fireworks?
Over the water they could out
That's what
there.
I'm saying. Like, because they just buzz. They don't really like pow, like,
The logistics of getting the drones to the river or the lake, whatever it is, the amphitheater, is you have to close off a walkway to get the drones over because you can't have drones over people for the FAA. That amount of people. That's why over at Disney Springs, they launched off in one area where no one was. And they went over the water and did it.
I feel like they could like close off a section of that seating and store all the drones there, and then they all just kind of take off from there.
No, because if you close off the seating, next thing you know is
or opposite of the seating where it's like natural area. Could they
where
like?
they're putting all the new attractions.
I guess. Look, I'm not a civil engineer, okay? I'm just saying this is the problem when you're a company like Disney and you've done so much and you've done so much to a high standard and you do have so much money, is that people's questions are always like, well, why can't you do it? I mean, there's literally, I can't do it, but you have bajillions of dollars.
There's probably a lot of logistical stuff and like they have to get approved to do that thing, but Universal did it. Universal got approved to put drones in their park, so why not?
Yeah.
Okay, Frozen versus Remy.
Remy. But maybe not Frozen after animatronics. Maybe I'll change.
So you're basing this off of what the animatronics look like right now.
Yeah. Frozen, Remy's just a cool ride because it's kind of, it's in it, there's nothing else like it really.
Well, what about after 3D's taken? Well, 3D's already taken away from it.
Yeah.
Like I said, we'll have to do it now and then we'll have to revisit this once the animatronics are in Frozen and 3D's taken out of Remy. And we'll have to do it again.
What's your thought, Daphne?
I really like both, but I think I'm going to go with Frozen too. I mean, I know a lot of people said that they got motion sick with the 3D with Remy, but I'm a little sad that they took it away, to be honest.
My husband was one of
I'm
those.
going Remy just because I like the ride vehicle and the story of
Mhm.
Remy, and it's different. I really
Yeah.
like it.
You're not going on a trail.
All right, Jason, are we
Mhm.
going to tie or are you going to
We're
agree
gonna
with?
tie because I'm just gonna say Frozen. I like a good water flume ride. I think it's a fun,
Mhm.
whether it's a really bad rehashing of Frozen or not, and bad animatronics. I
I'm
think
like
it's
you.
fun.
It's a cute ride.
Yeah,
Like
it's fun. I
it's
would rather
great.
that the whole attraction itself, going in there, the queue. I like that you walk in, it feels like you're in the middle of Arendelle.
Mhm.
Remy is just like, okay, you come in and you're on the rooftop, and it feels cool, but after that, I just kind of like, meh.
Yeah.
Well, and then in the queue, you got the guy who's like, yoo-hoo, big summer
Yeah.
blowout in the window.
When you get stuck there, though, that's what's the most annoying part is you get stuck there and he
Yeah.
keeps saying all that stuff.
Yeah. My favorite part of Frozen is the part with Marshmallow, though. Like, I
Yeah.
just
Mhm.
love the
Yeah.
big, and he's like, roar, and the smoke comes out. I just think that's so cool.
I loved Maelstrom when it was there, and I only
Mhm.
rode it a handful of times because it was shortly after I started going when they replaced it. So there was some attachment there in that they were able to bring a lot of it over
Mhm.
to what Frozen is. And then all my jackets, I bought my Helly Hansen jackets from Epcot in that store. Okay, this one has to do with free stuff, free dining plan, or free Premier Pass. So Premier Pass, for those that don't know, it is the pass that is kind of like Express at Universal. You don't have to look at your phone at all. It includes every ride at
Mhm.
Walt Disney World. So you just walk up and ride the ride whenever you want to, but it's only one time.
Is in our scenario, is this like if we had Hopper and we could go to any park?
I'd say yeah, because if you're shelling out for Premiere,
Well, I was going to say if
Shut
it's
up,
Premier
Robert.
Pass, then you're getting free dining. You're not there for a day. So I was going to say for your length of your vacation.
Okay, I'm going with Premier Pass.
Premiere Pass.
Same. I love food, but I out eat the dining plan. So it's not worth it for me.
Get snacks if I don't have to wait in line.
Yeah, I would
I-
be happy
I'll
getting a
forego
corn dog.
food.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I can
See, I
share
don't
a
know.
chicken
Like I
tender
like
plate.
food. I'm a fat guy, so I like food. But Premier Pass, like we have a 5-year-old that can't ride half the stuff. So do I want to?
Oh, I didn't take children into account.
Yeah, I'm
I was just
taking
thinking
that.
about me, myself, personally. I
Yeah.
wasn't thinking about anything else.
Well, I'm not. If I'm going Premier Pass, if I'm by myself, I don't want to. I'm not going to do Premier Pass. I'm going to do free food because I can go eat wherever I want to eat by myself and quiet. I can just go wait in line with my headphones in.
But why would you wait in line when you can do every ride in one day? Because you don't have to
Because I
wait in
don't want
line.
to. I've done every ride
In one
multiple
day.
times.
But you've eaten all the chicken tenders, and that's all you eat.
And hamburgers and pretzels and ice cream and steak.
Yeah, I definitely, I don't know. I just feel like food wise, I wouldn't get my money's worth out of
Yeah.
it food wise. Like, even though it's free,
Mhm.
I feel like,
I feel like the free dining would end up like we did at HHN, where you have all these dreams of eating all this food, and then
No,
you realize you're
Mhm.
full after like eating so many things. You're like, there's only so much I can eat in a day.
So what dining plans
then-
have y'all used at Disney?
The one that's a quick service and a table service is the one we always get.
Just the regular dining.
Yeah.
Daphne, Micah, have y'all used anything other than that one?
the just quick service, because we don't like to sit down to eat while we're there. We just do quick service and go.
I
Unless
have
we have an
not
off day.
actually used the dining plan, but when we've taken past trips, of course, I've been like, is it worth it or not? But like I said, I snack a lot, so I would overdo it. So it's not worth it to me to pay for that whole plan and then have to pay for everything else I'm going to be buying to eat. So just not worth
So-
it to me.
If I'm going and I do free dining, so we've done regular dining, deluxe dining, and the platinum package that they had back in the day. So we've
Yeah.
done more than enough food, and we've always gone above and beyond because the deluxe was 3 sit-down meals a day.
Yeah, that's too
Mhm.
much.
I know.
But
I
if
feel
I'm
like
there
that's
by
just
myself,
cutting
I'm
into your
gonna do it.
park time.
I don't
Yeah.
care. I've been to Disney World over 80 times at this point in the last 15 years. I don't have to ride everything. I'll just go and enjoy I haven't eaten everywhere though. I can go to Birgatine and eat,
Birgatine, you'd fill up on schnitzel.
and Flying Fish and all these places we talk about that I've never
Yeah.
been. I can just go do a trip where I'm eating instead of riding all the
You could get
rides. So-
all the character dining you want because it
Which would
takes
be
2
absolutely
table
none.
credits. So you could do all the character dinings.
Except
I'd
for
probably
maybe
do Topolino.
Topolino's for breakfast.
I would do Topolino's for breakfast. They
See?
have a good breakfast, but okay.
Not Be Our Guest breakfast is really good. Just throwing it out there.
I never had it for breakfast.
Not Be Our Guest. Cinderella's Castle. Royal
Yeah.
table.
Royals Royal Table.
Their dinner was good too.
Mhm.
Being a guest is, I've never had anything bad there. I'll be honest.
Yeah, it's been hit and miss. We haven't been there in a few years though. Festival of the Arts versus Festival of the Holidays. My two favorite.
I did that one on purpose when I was making the list.
I kind of figured you're like, let
Did
me.
you knew Flower and Garden would win over everything?
Yeah,
No,
I
it
mean,
wouldn't.
I already had a feeling Flower and Garden would be like hands down. I was like, let me actually put two together that are both shorter festivals that I feel like people really enjoy and like, and they kind of just really like the people that really love the holidays versus like that time of year with the arts, the
I'm
festival of
just
the
going to go
arts.
ahead and say Festival of the Holidays. I
I'm
think
gonna
because of
agree.
the candlelight processional is great. I'm not saying that the Broadway show isn't, but I haven't yet to go to watch Broadway.
Mm-hmm.
We, like I've said on multiple podcasts, we made time to go to candlelight processional almost every year when we first started going. Then the Santa Clauses around the world, the food, the Christmas smells, that's all
The
happening.
cookie stroll.
The cookie stroll. So, and then you have the Festival of the Arts, which is great, farts,
Yeah.
but they've
Yeah.
totally taken away a lot of that interactiveness that used to be there. So I feel like that's why holidays kind of edges it out. Terry,
I
Daphne.
am sure that if I had experienced the Festival of the Holidays yet, I would probably say that I'd like it
Daphne,
better.
I have not experienced it, and I would choose it over
Yeah.
Festival of the Arts.
That's the one I haven't been to yet in Epcot. But I mean, I love art anyway. So seeing all the, murals on the sidewalks and the walls and stuff, and of course the like exhibits or whatever you want to call it there with like the artists who've painted the pictures and stuff, like I don't know, I just love looking at that stuff. But also I love Figment, so I love Figgy. He's so cute. I have to ride the ride every time I go.
Talk about farts.
Yeah. Well, that's a reason to go. Terry, what's
Yeah.
your?
I rode Figment for the first time the last time we were there.
No, you
Rode it for
didn't.
the first time. Not the
When
last
they
time.
went, like not our
I know.
time.
Yeah, the last time my family was there. I'm going to go with Festival of the Arts. As someone who's never been to either, I get mad seasonal depression after Christmas ends because I hate winter. So I
Really
can't
winter.
imagine anything better than going to Florida and seeing beautiful arts to pep me up in the stupid January and February months because they're the worst. And I know you said like they've taken a lot away from the arts, but I feel like if people stop going, they'll just take away more. So maybe if it becomes more popular, they'll bring more stuff in. And I like to support like artists and things that, like your wife, that, that gives them a platform to show off their work and things that they might not be appreciated for in other times. And you can buy cool stuff while you're there. And so I love Christmas, don't get me wrong, but I feel like Festival of the Arts would take me through my seasonal depression.
I'll let you know that you can probably buy a lot of the arts that's for sale year round at Disney. They just promote it better for that month.
Yeah, but it's nice that they shine a spotlight on it.
I mean, it is nice to like meet the
It is.
artists when they're there and to kind of talk to them about stuff too.
It's also another Disney thing, though, where they took something called the Festival of the Masters that was at Disney Springs, which was downtown Disney back when it was going on. And it was the same type of field, more like an art festival at your hometown where it was downtown and everything. And they moved it into a park. So they paywalled it and made everybody that wanted to be part of it be approved to do it in a harder way. So I still enjoy it. We're planning on trying to go sometime in between January and February. Okay, Test Track versus Guardians.
Guardians.
That's a
Guardians.
no-brainer.
Down.
Guardians.
See, I haven't
Guardians.
ridden Test Track 3, so I don't
Next
know.
question.
But I would do Guardians.
I love the new version of Test Track. I mean, I saw a lot of people on, social media that wasn't a fan of it as much compared to the older one, but I thought it was really cool.
I wanted to experience it when we were there back in September. Epcot ended up being our short park because we were doing
we ran out
everything.
of time.
But I like Test Track. I think it's a fun attraction. It's another one of those I don't want to wait a long time for it though. But Guardians I'll do.
Yeah,
Guardians just has
is a must.
It's a vibe. Like you said, vibes win every time.
Yeah.
The music, it's just a great ride. It's perfect.
The pre-shows.
Yes, Terry Crews. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
Jungle Cruise versus Kilimanjaro Safari.
Safari. It's gonna be Safari for me.
I wonder why.
No,
This
it's
is a
not
hard
like,
one.
Animal Kingdom's my favorite.
And there's live animals.
Well, I'm going to go ahead and split it,
Like
and I'm going to say
jungle
Jungle
animals.
Cruise because I
Okay.
like the corniness of it. Like I like
Love the
Cruise.
jokes.
Yeah,
Like
so-
it's the best.
the
Backside of water.
safari-
Oh,
I
safari
mean-
is great.
Oh, to wait.
I will do Jungle Cruise every time I can.
Yes.
And I'll do safari every time I can because you're getting a different
Mhm.
experience, but you're getting an experience based off of the animals. You're always going to have a funny person
Oh, no,
telling.
I've had some terrible
You might have
skippers.
had terrible people, but at least the people around you could make it better.
Mm-hmm.
I've always wondered how they choose the Jungle Cruise castmates, like, or cast members. Do they, like, give them a personality test where, like, this guy's a
They
dud?
have to like
He's
audition
definitely
and they
not
have
going
to
to.
memorize that script.
Because
Yeah, something.
I don't know if I've ever had a bad one. I've had some that are definitely better than others, but I've never had
Mhm.
like a complete dud. And I've always thought like these are like the stars of the cast members. I feel like better
I
than
wish
like
I
the
could remember.
Cinderellas and everything.
I wish I could remember what the guy's name was that we had last time we went together as a family because he was like the most hilarious person. It was so funny. Like literally as we were pulling away, he's like looking at the crowd of people that are, still waiting in line to get on the next boats. And he's like, Mom, wait, who's that beside you? That's not Dad.
Yeah.
It's like, and he literally like pulled up his sleeve and he had drawn like a heart tattoo that had like Mom or his like ex-girlfriend's name or something. I can't remember what it was. It was so funny. He was hilarious.
And I do feel like they're very like, I don't want to say they're similar rides, but you do have like the skippers who have to have their script that they know.
Yeah.
But then you have the people on the safari who have to memorize all the animals and all of those facts as well to point those things
Right.
out to you. So very
While they
similar in
drive
that way.
and watch for animals.
Right. While they're having to
Mhm.
pay attention because they're like spoiler alert, the skippers aren't actually driving the boats. It's on a track. But the people driving the safari are actually driving trucks. Like those are actually being
Mhm.
driven and they're in charge of those.
And they're having to listen to people on the other side because they're hearing.
Yeah.
traffic in
So they're
front of
doing
them.
that entire talk while people are in their ear. Yeah.
I mean, I'm not saying safaris are bad. Like I said, I would do it in a heartbeat. We did it. In
Yeah,
this-
that was the must do in Animal Kingdom.
Yeah.
We had our
so
lightning lane.
I will get on it. I love it. I kind of think though that I don't think it's one of those they've gone back and said Jungle Cruise was supposed to be with real animals, so we kind of
Mhm.
wouldn't have had the safari if we didn't have the Jungle Cruise because people
Yeah.
are like, hey, Walt, you can't really put a lion in the same place as a zebra because they
Right,
eat.
They're going to eat each other.
It
Well,
was
So
no,
it
that
we're
was
each
the
other.
first version of what they wanted.
Yeah, so and it was Jungle Cruise was supposed to be the educational thing, and it was
Mhm.
boring. And when they found out people didn't like it, that's when they started doing the corniness of it, and that was great, and I love
What
it.
did you choose, Daphne? What was yours?
Jungle Cruise.
So are
I
we
love them
split? Or
both,
did you
but-
say safari or Jungle Cruise?
Safari.
So we're split.
You can
It's a
only
tie.
see endangered animals on the safari. And I mean, I'm
know.
sorry. Like, I'll never see some of those endangered animals in real life if it wasn't for Disney World.
This is true. I mean,
Mhm.
I agree.
Like,
Mhm.
that's amazing. And I almost reached out and touched a giraffe one time. I was like, this far from touching them.
So that means you were this far away from being banned from the Disney
Disney.
property.
No, I was being real sneaky about it.
You would have got caught.
I know.
Robert got in trouble because we were on it and we were like sitting in the back and Robert like very quietly went like that towards one of the animals and the person driving goes, no calling to the animals. Like just, I was like, they heard that?
But like, I'm trying to get my wife's attention. Icons, the Tree of Life versus Spaceship Earth, because Hollywood
gonna go
Studios is on
last.
this one. Well, we know
we
yours.
know
is
yours.
stupid Tree of Life.
You don't know.
Pretty sure.
I'll be Tree of Life.
What?
Tree of Life. The
I love
carvings
it.
are beautiful.
As far as icons go, it's the icon. I mean, it's beautiful.
That one, Spaceship Earth. It's the most beautiful at night. Besides
It is the most beautiful at night, but it's a man. I don't know, and I know the Tree of Life
The
is
Tree of
man-made.
Life is man-made.
I know, but it looks
grew
pretty.
an animal carved tree the size of like
It literally grew there. Okay, it's
around
magic.
the
It's not
oil,
made out of concrete and
It's
rebar.
magic. Okay.
the oil rig.
Okay, although Animal Kingdom is my favorite, out of icons, I'm actually going to pick Spaceship Earth because I love to ride Spaceship Earth and I just think it's beautiful and I love the different colors.
Spaceship Earth is a great ride, like in general.
Yeah, so on most anything else, I would choose Animal Kingdom over anything else. But as much as I love it, as far as icons go of parks and what they represent and can do, I just love Spaceship Earth so much.
I will say
Spaceship
they are both the best to take. As nice as the castle is at night, you never really get a great picture. But the Tree of Life at night and Spaceship Earth at night, when you
They-
get the cast members to take your picture, those are
Yeah.
the best pictures you get out of Disney World, in my opinion.
I will probably get hate on this. The best time and the only time you need to get a picture in front of the castle at night was like right after the fireworks when they actually have projectors still on and they really high def the way the castle looks.
It's illuminated.
Or when they
Yeah.
had dream lights.
Or when they had dream lights.
Yeah.
But Spaceship Earth, even when they didn't have the beacons of light on it, it looked good with the way they lit it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It always changed some colors and just looked beautiful. Spaceship Earth, always going to be my best. Favorite
So
icon.
that's a tie.
So that's
And
a
I
tie.
surprised you guys. I
Good
tried.
job.
All right, Haunted Mansion versus Pirates of the Caribbean.
Pirates of the Caribbean.
Daphne, did you say Pirates too? Did you like it? All three of y'all
No,
say
she
it?
took a deep breath.
She did.
She's thinking.
That's such a hard one. They're both such classics. I don't know.
I'm going to wait
That
for
is
you.
such a hard one. That
Well,
is so
I'll
hard.
talk and give her time. I like Haunted Mansion. I 100% don't understand why Haunted Mansion gets the hype that it does, though. Because, I mean, not that Pirates is better, but it doesn't get a lot of hype. I think that's what's bringing my Haunted Mansion vote down, is that it gets...
I'm going solely off which one, if I could choose one to ride in Magic Kingdom, which one am I going to ride? And I'm going to choose Pirates.
It's the smell of Pirates. It's the ride. It's a classic. I love it. But I think that's what people think about Haunted Mansion that aren't me. So I get how they could think that about that too. Because neither one of it is exciting. It's not exhilarating. It's not, an adrenaline rush. It's pure, like, what do you enjoy doing at that moment? So, and I will say, I've never seen a line for Pirates as long as I've seen them for Haunted Mansion. Like, that line for Haunted Mansion sometimes just takes up the entire part of Liberty Square and all that. And it's hot. People are waiting, and I don't get it.
And now it's going to be worse with no water right there. Daphne, have you figured yours out?
And no steamboat.
It's a
Yeah.
riverboat.
Hate
I
it.
guess I'm gonna go with Pirates.
Okay, I'm
we
going
need
with
to peer
Pirates as
pressure
well.
you.
Pirates. There we go. All of us.
I would have been Haunted Mansion. I haven't been on it since they put Hatbox in. I think I'm one of those purists that said Hatbox is in the wrong spot. Now, if you would have said Disneyland Pirates versus Haunted Mansion, it's definitely Haunted Mansion out there. It's just a whole different vibe and feels better. Everest versus Rock and Roller Coaster. I know which one Terry's picking because
Because she's
Rock
only
and roller
ridden one.
coaster.
because she already did this before in real life.
It's easy.
We were there that day. I'm going to go with Everest because I like it because it's longer. And I just love the theme of it and being in the mountain and the Yeti and going backwards. I just love the whole thing.
Do you
Yeah,
know
I
what?
think I'm gonna have to go with Everest too.
Well, I'm going to split the vote then because I'm going to Rock and Roller Coaster because it's faster. It
Woo.
goes upside down and it's fixed to be turned into the Muppets. So I gotta go with my Muppets.
Mm-hmm.
I love Everest though. Everest is a good way to wake up in the morning. Like if
It
you can go
is,
to,
yeah.
if you're not wanting to go to the safari, go straight to Animal Kingdom. You can probably ride Everest about 16 times before the line starts going.
Jason and I did single rider that morning and didn't wait. We were the only people in single rider and they put us right on. Like I was on the train in front of Jason. Like they literally, we didn't wait.
It was perfect.
I think that's the first ride we threw my daughter on when we took her for her 5th birthday. We ran to Everest and we're like, okay, time to go. You're tall enough now.
Also, if they
Throwing
could
you to
fix
the
the Yeti-
wolves.
if they could fix the Yeti, I think it would give me a little bit more points for Everest. But it's a big deal to fix that thing. It's never going to be fixed.
Don't they have to take apart the entire mountain essentially? Yeah.
Because it's a foundation issue.
Mm-hmm.
Rise of the Resistance versus Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway.
Rise. There's no question
Yeah.
about that.
I say Rise as well because it's a long ride. It's very immersive. It's fun. You really feel like you're kind of in the middle of the movie with
It's an
everything
adventure.
happening. Yeah.
How bad would it be if I just sit there and said Mickey and Minnie's after I had this huge fight for Galaxy's Edge earlier?
But you're a
Mickey
Disney
and Minnie are better.
purist. I don't
But
like the animation with...
I don't like the animation either. I'm going to go with Rise too. But Mickey and Minnie's is a good attraction for right there in the middle of the park. But I don't see myself wanting to go on it every time. And I don't have to go on Rise every time either. But if I'm going to choose between the two, I'd go stand in line for Rise.
Yeah, Mickey and Minnie's is a cute ride for sure. And I like it. But it doesn't give that thrill seeker vibe, like Rise does. And plus, I think of Hollywood Studios more as for your thrill seekers,
Yeah.
So that ride is it's small.
And once again, if this was Disneyland, I would pick Mickey and Minnie's because you're actually walking through El cartoon or something like that. I can't remember what they called it. But you're seeing there's stuff to look at, and it's a little bit more immersive than what we have in the Chinese theater. There are 2 extinct attractions. I don't think you've seen one of them, Daphne.
I haven't. I've only seen one.
I haven't seen both either.
Wow. So I might be the only one that have seen both. The dream lights on the castle versus the Osborne dancing lights that were at Hollywood Studios.
Dream lights.
Yeah, I'm going to say dream lights just because I've seen them. I've seen stuff of the Osborne lights and they do look great, but I just feel like it brings that magical level up to Cinderella's castle when the lights are on there.
Daphne, were you able to experience either of these?
Mm-mm.
Because I think they had going into 2020 right? I mean, you went right before COVID, so that's when they got rid of dream lights was during COVID, and Osborne lights were I think 2 years before that. Which one would you choose?
From the pictures I've seen online, the dream lights are beautiful, so I like those.
Okay, I'm going to be the odd one because of
You
the
lose.
only one I know, but I'm right. Osborne lights. There was nothing more special in Hollywood Studios at Christmas than standing on Streets of America while all those lights are on and they're dancing all throughout the place. It was big groups of people just sitting in there having fun, talking to each other. Stop, lights go off, and then a song comes on, and it's like, wow. And they did Snope every now and then. And it's just crazy.
Maybe if I would have experienced it, I would have a different opinion on it, but just personally experiencing dream lights.
And the
like I said,
castle is just
I know, it just-
iconic.
yeah.
I do love the dream lights. Like we talked about last episode, the dream lights, both of these need to come back. The dream lights add more of a magical sense to the castle. Even if it was Cinderella that used to light it, she would wish for a snowy or an icy Christmas or something like that. And fairy godmother would be like, yay, bippity boppity boom, bam, there it is. And then Elsa, once Frozen came out, she would freeze the castle with the dream lights. So those were beautiful. But the fact that I've made a 10-hour car ride to Missouri to go see the Osborne lights out in Missouri shows you how much I love those lights.
Yeah.
Wow.
Let's do this one. A value resort with extra magic hours in the AM and PM, or a deluxe resort with regular hours.
And they
So you're
cost the
saying you
same.
get the option of going for extra magic hours in the morning or at night?
both if
Or
you want.
both?
You just get more hours if you stay value.
But if you stay deluxe, you do get the regular hours that are already there. So no extra magic.
Well, I mean,
I like-
value.
Extra hours.
Yeah.
I'm just sleeping in. I'm not a big resort person. I mean, there are ones I like better than others, but when it comes down to it, we spend our time in the parks. That's what we pay the big money for. And that way, you don't have to wake up at the butt crack of dawn. Sometimes, if you want to spend like an afternoon in the park, you can spend 8 hours in the park, and it doesn't have to start at early in the morning. You can sleep in for a day and still have plenty of time in the parks, or you can get up and go early and beat the crowds and be done by dinner time.
Daphne?
We definitely spend most of our time in the parks too, but I'm going to be the odd one out and say deluxe.
You're not going to be the odd one out because I'm going to say the same thing. Because like I've said, we've been enough where being in the parks we don't stay deluxe all the time. So being able to stay deluxe and swim in their pools and have their splash pads and everything with Travis, that's what I would want to do. I'd want to have that space, be able to do all that.
I've never stayed deluxe. Maybe that's why I have the idea that I do. Maybe once I got a taste of it, I'd be like, oh, I can't go back now.
Now, if we're all like this, like it's the four of us saying, hey, what are we going to do? I would 100% be, let's do value and spend as much time in the parks as possible. But if it's family, it's going to be deluxe because Travis is at that age where he wants to swim. So taking advantage of the splash pads that only the deluxe have.
Harry, I've never actually stayed at any of the deluxe resorts either. So honestly, I would take the new experience over the little bit of extra time in the park. Because, I've done that multiple times, but I haven't experienced that yet. But I have done moderate, but not deluxe. And honestly, my husband is bougie. He is definitely a vacation princess, so he would rather deluxe. If we can afford it, he would rather have the deluxe.
My husband's all for deluxe until I show him the price difference. And then he's like, we can buy lightning lanes and things like that to make up for the, and not wait in the parks and make up minivans, all that stuff to make up for the difference of not staying deluxe. Because he's like, damn, that's a lot of money to sleep at night a lot of times.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have
But we don't
also
resort
like
people.
rest days. Yeah.
Yeah. We don't
So
spend a
the
ton of
rest
time in the
days,
resorts.
he would rather have that fancy resort for our rest days.
Yeah, I wouldn't be able to say like Animal Kingdom or something far off. I'd have to stay Beach Club, Wilderness Lodge, something that's closer to the end,
Yeah.
where it's only 5 minutes on the bus for the major attractions, not Saratoga Springs,
Mhm.
where I have to take 2 buses to get to my resort.
Polynesian's where it's at. If you're going to stay Deluxe, Polynesian.
Well, I think that's going to do it for today's episode. Daphne, thank you for coming.
Thank
Thank
you,
you.
Daphne. It was
Thank you
fun.
for having me. Thank you. I had fun.
How can our listeners get a hold of you if they want to plan a trip with you?
So I'm on Facebook. I'm on Instagram, TikTok. Instagram and TikTok, you can find me at ohana_means_travel. And then Facebook, of course, my name, Daphne Horn, or my business page is Daphne Horn Travel Consultant with Magical Travel.
Daphne is a great person. We got to spend a lot of time with her at Epic Universe when we were doing our AEP. So
She was way nicer to Jason than I was.
yes, she was. When Micah was yanking my neck trying to get my annual pass to get discounts, Daphne was like, "Can I please use your..."
I know, she was so much nicer about it. I was like, well, maybe I should have been way nicer about that than just like, here, let me use it. But that
It
was
like
on
day 3.
I know, we were
Yeah.
like on day what? Because we got there on Saturday and that was Wednesday. So we all had been hanging out a lot.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
The
it's
newness had worn off.
yeah, Micah's like my little sister now. It's just like she's just going to be a pester to me.
I'm
But,
good at that.
Yeah, you are. But we can't wait to see you again when we do another training or whatever, if we can do any type of get together.
Mm-hmm.
Disneyland.
Hopefully.
Hey, I am totally up for Disneyland for sure.
If you want to get a hold of any of us, you can go to magicaltravel.com. We also are all over social medias with Castles to Cauldrons. Go to our YouTube page if you want to watch any of our new video podcasts. Once again, this face is made for radio, so I'd recommend not watching for my face.
You can just look at me, Terry, and Daphne.
Yeah.
And then leave reviews. Let us know what you want to hear. Next week, Rachel returns, and she's going to give us a rundown a little bit of Disneyland, her trip to Disneyland, and maybe some Destiny stuff. But we're going to have a
Hopefully.
Destiny episode in a couple weeks.
Yeah.
We're going
She
to be
can just
doing
give us a quick like overview and then we can
Yeah.
deep dive.
So until then, we will see you on the next episode.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.